So we had studied till Vishnu Shabda the last time, and I hope everyone is like coping up. Okay, today we'll discuss one thing from the technique of understanding sutras, which Jiva Goswami himself gives. So we'll go back a bit. Sutra Sara Ramaya Vishnu Sango Vishnu Vedante. So the vritti of that sutra. Page 115. So these shlokas which we see here, so they tell us the way of identifying or understanding the sutra just by identifying or reading the sutra. So generally, in the sutras of this book, things are mentioned in this order. Prangnimitta, which is equal to Purva Nimitta, as I already told you earlier. So Prangnimitta is Purva Nimitta, the former cause. The Kari is the place of operation, the Karya Sthana. Then the Karya, the operation itself, and the Paranimitta, so the letter cause. So these were the four things. And sometimes a Vishaya Saptami is in place of the Paranimitta. So sometimes there is a scope given for application of a particular rule, particular sutra. So that scope in Sanskrit, they call it Vishaya. So we'll read or understand more about that. So these are the five things. Prangnimitta, Prangnimitta, which is also the Purva Nimitta, then the Kari, right, which is the Karyasthana, so Purva Nimitta is the former cause, Kari is the place of operation, then the Karya is the operation itself, and the Paranimitta, which is the letter cause, and then there is this Vishaya Saptami, just Vishaya, Vishaya Saptami you can say. So let's say the scope for an application, for an easy understanding. So these are the things we find in a sutra, in Harinamamrta Vyakaranam. Now, how to identify them? That okay, which one is Paranimitta, which one is a Karya, Kari? So how to identify them? So that identification is based on the vibhaktis, like first case, second case, third case, so like that. So the next sutra or the shloka says, Yeah, but one thing we should know that the word generally is used as there is not always a prang-nimitta, kari, kara, and paranimitta in every sutra. So it's not like in every sutra we'll find all the elements. No, somewhere we may. So it depends on the requirement of the sutra, which elements will be there. Like Panchami is used when there is a prang-nimitta. Prang-nimitta is the purva-nimitta. So Panchami means the Panchami Vibhakti. So fifth case is used for Purva Nimitta. Then Shashti is used when there is a Kari, Karisthana. So Shashti is used for the place of operation, the sixth case. Then Prathama Vibhakti, Prathama to Karya Vachya, used for Karya. So first case, Prathama Vibhakti is used for the operation itself, the Karya. And Saptami, when there is a Vishaya or a Paranimitta. And Saptami Vibhakti, the seventh case, is used for Paranimitta and also for Vishaya Saptami.
Prabhu, then what is the difference between Paranimitta and Vishaya Saptami? Both of them are in Saptami.
Yes, actually it will, it is mentioned in one of the Amrita Tikas of Akhyata that Vishaya Saptami is a scope of an application. So when we say scope, it need not, for example, if you remember, you studied Akhyata. Let me give an example.
Oh, I see. Tres Trayonami Swarthe.
Yeah, so in that sense, Swartha is one of the scope. Vishaya Saptami, yeah, that's also Vishaya Saptami. There's very one good explanation also in Amrita, in Akhyata. I'm just thinking of example and I'll come. What is that
So
dhatu?
there basically Swartha is not a cause, but it's just a scope of the application.
Right.
Okay.
Like Sararami or Vishnu Sargo Vishnu Padante. Now Vishnu Padante is not a Paranimitta. It's just a scope required for an application to be done. Right?
Then what else is a Paranimitta?
Paranimitta is like, let's say, Dashavatara Trivikrama Shasi. The Dashavatara becomes Trivikrama when Shas is following. Shas is the Paranimitta. Right?
So, Prabhu, just for the argument's sake, right? I mean, I can argue that the Shash is also a scope, right? Beyond Shash, it cannot be applied.
It's a scope, but that scope is known as Paranimitta, technically.
So how do we differentiate Paranimitta and the scope? What exact
scope? Yes, that's why. What is that? Do you remember one maxim in Akhyata? Bhavini Bhutvad Upcharaha?
Oh no, I did not. I wasn't there until then.
Okay. Very nicely explained in Akhyata about this difference between this Vishaya and Paranimitta. I have it saved. I got one devotee to save that part from Amrita, and I'll post it in the group.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah, from Amrita. Very nice explanation. Okay, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so then sometimes for the sake of exclusion, Nishedha, Dvitiya is used. Second case is used along with the word Vina, like Buddham Vina. Which sutra we did recently? Buddham Vina. It was Harer Govinda Jasi Vrishnisha Buddheja. No. Ri Ram Sakhibhyam Ushinas Purudangshas Anehas Ityate Bhascha Sauraj Buddham Vina. right? We just did it the last time. That after Ri Rama and so on, the Su is replaced by Ach, but except for the Buddha Su. So when the sutra will, speak of any nishedha like that, so it will use Dvitiya Vibhakti, the second case, along with the word Vina, like in that sutra. Ri Rama Sakhibhyam Ushanas Purudangshas Anehas Ityatevashya Saurach Buddhamina. So let's take one example. Sara Ramyor itself, we can say. Sara Ramayoh Vishnu Sargah Vishnu Padante. Now please try to find out the cases here, Vibhaktis. Sara Ramayoh is which case?
6.
It is 6th. 6.2 to be particular. Okay, 6.2. So Sara Ramayoh is the Karya Sthana. Because either Sa or Ra Ramas, they convert into Vishnu Sarga, right? So they are the place of operation. Then Vishnu Sarga is which case? 1.
Pratama.
Yeah. Pratama. So Vishnu Sarga is the operation. Technically speaking, it is Adesha, it is Viringchi, substitution. Because either Sa or Ra Rama, they are replaced by this Vishnu Sarga. So Vishnu Sarga is the Karya. And Vishnu Padante at the end of Vishnu Pada. So this is Saptami, 7th case. This is Vishaya Saptami. Okay, so this is how we identify the sutras. Let's take a few more examples. Dashaavatarasya Trivikramashasi, let's take that one. Dashaavatarasya Trivikramaha Shasi. Dashaavatarasya is 6th case. Trivikramaha is 1st, and Shasi is the 7th one. So which means of Dashavatara becomes Trivikrama when Shas is following. Very simple in this way. Okay. Then let's take.
So we can, when we are translating to English, we can say the Sautara is replaced by Trivikrama when Shas follows, something like that.
Is replaced or becomes Trivikrama, whatever. Yeah.
Sure.
Becomes Trivikrama. Then let's take a few more examples. Any sutra after Sara Ramyor? Harer Govinda. Okay, first Harer Govinda Jasi. Hare Govinda Jasi Vrishneshu Buddhicha. So Hare, 6th case. Hare of Hari. Of Hari means of either I Rama or U Rama, because I U Rama to Hari Sangha. Then Govinda is 1. Now Jasi, Vrishnishu and Buddhi, they are all Saptami. There could be more than one Purva Nimitta, or there could be more than one Paranimittas also. So Jasi is 7th case. All these 3 are in 7 cases. And Cha is just joining all 3, like just Vrishni and Buddha. So, like
Prabhu, Harehe is in 5th case or 6th case?
This is 6th case here. This is 6th case here. Is there any example of Harehe in Panchami? Any sutra?
Haritashthana Natu Lakshmi.
But there tas is used. Tasi is used. Harita.
Yeah, I think just to differentiate.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, this is also a good point. That Haritaha Haritash, Tana. Okay, we have taken a wrong example. Haritash, Tana. Nahatu Lakshmyam. What is that? Lakshmyam. So Haritaha, here this is fifth case. Haritaha. And Ta-na. So this ta is actually sixth case, and even Jiva Goswami tells in the Vritti that why he just kept it like ta and not along with not like taha, because ideally it should be taha, right? By that sutra. Natvapaha. What was that sutra? With it a? We did na for up.
Harita Apa relationship? No, that is different.
No. Like Vishwapa, we did that sutra.
Right.
Aramaharo Yadu Sarveshwari.
Right.
Natvap.
Aramaharo Yadu Sarveshwari Natvapaha. So ideally it would have been ta and Nasibhyam Bhyas Nas. Nas is the pratyay, sixth one. So Harita Abva, no.
Aramaharo Yadu Sarveshwari Natvapaha.
Aramaharo sutra should have been applied and it would be taha, ideally. But Jiva Goswami kept it ta just to make it keep it simple and clear. And he also gives some reason in the Vritti. And maybe Amrita is also speaking something on this point. So he just kept it ta. So this is an exceptional thing. He doesn't do it very often. Then na is just 1-1, like Radha Shabda. And na tu, they are just like obvious, and Lakshmyam is seventh. Not when Lakshmi Linga is there. Or actually, Lakshmyam here is not the Paranimitta, it is the Vishaya.
No, here if you put ta, then it will be confusing. I think that's the reason he kept it ta as it is.
Right. Ideally, taha is the thing, grammatically speaking, or according to the structure Jiva Goswami himself made. But ta is easy to understand. And Lakshmyam here is not the Paranimitta, it's the Vishaya Saptami. That if it is not Lakshmi Linga, then only ta is replaced with na, not in Lakshmi Linga. Okay. So whenever you see a sutra, please try to analyze accordingly. Pranimitta, Kari, Karya, Paranimitta, Vishaya Saptami. So I hope you all did Vishnu Shabda, right? I want you to recite some words.
Random words?
I will give one. Guru Shabda. Guru. Vishnu.
Okay.
You want to recite?
I can recite, Prabhuji.
Okay. Guru Shabda.
Guru, Guravaha, Gurum, Gurun, Guruna, Gurubhyam, Gurubihi, Gurave, Gurubhyam, Gurubhyaha, Guroho, Gurubhyam, Gurubhyaha, Guroho, Guruoho, Gurunam, Gurav, Guruoho, Gurushu, He, Guru. Rest is following Pratama.
Yeah, so okay. The next one is the Trivikrama E Ramant Shabda. So that's Krishna Shri. Krishna Shri. Generally, the Trivikrama Iramanta Shabdas are Lakshmi Linga words, like feminine words. That's how we are taught in general. So, but when we come to actual grammar, so there are words Trivikrama Iramanta that are also in Purushottam Linga, masculine. One who takes shelter of Krishna. So, Dhatori Dutori Yuvau Sarveshware Bahulam. The E or U of a dhatu. Now you must be thinking that we are doing nouns, Shabda Prakaranam, why there is a mention of dhatu. So I believe I already told that before, that even the Shabdas, the nouns, are made up of dhatus, right? Like your name Vijaya, so that is V Purvak Ji Dhatu, Jijay, and then the Pratyaya and it becomes Vijaya. So, and so on. So the E or U of a dhatu changes to E or U when a Vishnu Bhakti beginning with the Sarveshwara follows, but this rule is Bahulam. Here comes a complexity in Sanskrit. Although Sanskrit is a very refined and very systematic language, but there are also things like Bahulam here. So what is Bahulam? Bahulam is Kvachit Pravrittihi, Kvachida Pravrittihi, Kvachit Vibhasha, Kvachit Anya Deva, Vidhir Vidhanam Bahudha Samikshya, Chatur Vidham Bahu Lakam Vadanti. That means, where is the translation? So sometimes the rule is applied, sometimes it is not. Sometimes it is optional and sometimes something else is applied instead. Thus, observing the rule to be variously applied, the previous authorities have said that Bahula is of 4 kinds. So when we say that some rule is Bahulam, so Bahulam means either of these 4 things. Sometimes it is applied, sometimes it is not, sometimes something else is applied, and sometimes it is optional. So who decides that? The compiler decides that. There are no such norms. If you remember, Vijay Prabhu, I think it was with your batch. Like we tried to figure out how this Vishwani and Krishna Shri, how things are going on. Things are working. So, but we couldn't actually get to it. For example,
which one we could, Prabhuji, sorry, I was distracted. Which one we couldn't get it?
I mean, if you remember when we were studying, so this Krishna Shri, Vishwani Shabda, so at some places we are applying this sutra, Dhatori, Dutori, Avav, Sarveshwar, Bahulam, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. I later I was able to figure out where we are applying, where we are not applying. So he says Bahulam, this is just a hint, because the next sutra itself comes, right? Salajaneka Sarveshwara Sekubandasya Kevala Datoksha Sangas Prastayor Idutor Yavav. So there Eid and E and U becomes Ya and Va. So which means the Bahulam is being applied. So he just gives this as a hint because it will be changed by later sutras at different places.
Yeah. So like Krishna Shri Shabda we are doing right now, Yukta Jas. So we apply this current sutra 134 and this Trivikrama E changes to E and we get Krishna Shriya. Similarly, Krishna Shriyam Ityadi. Shriya and Shriya, Shribhyam. Then we have this Bhu Shabda. So Bhu, then this U changes to Uv, Bhuvau, Bhuvaha. So dhatori dutor yavau sarveshware bahulam. So this u changes to u. Someone may question. Okay, let's read Sankshodhani. Sankshodhani is quite simple. Actually, it will be described in the 5th chapter, the Kridanta Prakaranam, that all the Kridantas, words ending in Akrit Pratyaya, are simultaneously both dhatus and namas. But in the sutras of the Nama Prakarana, the word dhatu only refers to those words whose Krit Pratyas have been deleted, namely words ending in the Krit Pratyas quip, nui, or envy. So what happens is, like in Kridanta Prakaranam, chapter 5, we take a dhatu, let's say G, we add a Kridanta Pratyaya, and then after the declension, we get a noun, let's say Jaya. So this Jaya is a noun. Now in the same Kridanta chapter, let's say we have taken some dhatu, let's say Shri, and we apply a pratyaya called quip there. And then by sutra, this quip. Now, first of all, this Shri is a verb. And then we add this quip, which is a Kridanta pratyaya, and quip is deleted. Now the same Shri is a noun now, after applying this quip pratyaya. Although we deleted quip, but we have applied and then deleted. So this Shri is a noun. So such words which have quip, nui, and vi pratyayas, so they are considered namas, of course, but also dhatus. So the word dhatu only refers to those words whose krit pratyayas have been deleted. So that makes it clear why dhatu shabda is used in this sutra. Dhato riduta. And this bhu also is the very first dhatu in the Akhyata Prakaranam, from which verbs like bhavati, bhavami, and so on are formed. Okay. Then we have another word like Vishwani, ending with Trivikrama E, leader of the universe. So Vishwani Yukta Su. So Vishnu Bhakti Siddham Vishnu Padam, and Sara Ramayor Vishnu Sargo Vishnu Padante, and we get Vishwani. Then here, because this sutra is Bahulam, and they have not applied the current sutra here, they have just done so that was which sutra you're mentioning? Sahaja Sarveshwaranta. No. Aneka.
Sahajaneka Sarveshwarasya Kubantasya.
Yeah, Sahaja Aneka. That is actually in Brihat. They have not given here. In the Madhyama.
Oh, that sutra itself, they took it out.
Okay. Yeah, they have eliminated from Madhyama actually. You see, like, yeah, it's just next to this one in the Brihat one, but in the Madhyama, they have eliminated it. Yeah.
Another one is, I don't know whether it is there in Madhyama, Stri Bruvor Yuva Sarveshwara Striya Amshashurva.
It is there in Madhyama.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it is there. That's in the Lakshmi Linga. So yeah, that's why they have just said Bahulam. So here they just applied. Now I have to say Dvameva Sarveshwari. I can't say anything else here.
Oh, but they have given Vishwani Prabhuji. Without that sutra, they have given this one. Huh? I see.
Yeah, I mean, in the other batch, I just skipped this part because they have not given the sutra, but they have given the examples.
Yeah. And they have given what Idvameva Yaha Sarveshwara. Yeah.
So
93.
Yeah, so 93 is Idvameva. And yeah, so idvam sarveshri, nyau, nyaha, nyam, same here, sukhyau, sukhyaha, ityadi. And yeah, same here. So like that. Yeah, so the main sutra we have studied is Dhator Idutor Yovo Sarveshwar Bahulam, which will also be applied afterwards a lot of times. And we'll see many variations of it also, like, yeah, ahead. Dhatos Chatussanasya Yovo Sarveshwar will be there. 2-3 sutras like that, same category. Okay, Ni Radhabhyam Ner Am. This is also important. That after the word Ni, like if a word which has Ni at the end, like Vishwani is the word where we have Ni at the end. So after the word Ni or after a Radha Shabda will come in the Lakshmi Linga, words which end with Trivikrama A, like Radha, Mala, and Vishakha, ityadi, Sita. So Ni, 7.1 Ni is replaced by Am. So when we have Vishwani Yukt Ni, so here this Ni gets replaced by Am because Ni is there. So we get Am here and just Idvameva Sarveshware, so Vishwanyam, Vishwanyoho Vishwanyeshu. So yeah. So here is the one. Okay. So we have done words like ending with Vamana with Trivikrama A. With Vamana we did example of Krishna Shabda. We did Rama also. With Trivikrama A we did example of Vishwapa. Then with Vamana E we did example of like Hari, Tri, Kati. Trivikrama E we did example of Krishna Shri, Vishwani. Vamana U in sequence. We did Vishnu. Prabhuji recited Guru Shabda also today. Then with Trivikrama U we did example of Bhu. So Jiva Goswami is moving in a sequence like A, I, U. The next one is Hri. The Vamana Hri. So this is Pitri Shabda. We'll do it tomorrow. Quite few sutras for this. Yes, Shwetadi Prabhuji.
Prabhu, in the Ni Radhabhyam Neram, so Ni Radhabhyam is in fifth case. So it's is it Pran Nimitta?
Yes.
And Nehe looks like it's in a sixth case.
Yeah, 6-1.
6-1. And Am, what is the case of Am?
Am is just one, first case.
Okay.
Yeah, first. Because Am is the operation, na? The Adesha, Virinchi.
Okay. So that's not a Sarveshwaranta Shabda.
No, Am is a Vishnujananta Shabda.
Vishnujana, okay. Okay.
Anything else? So we'll resume and we'll study this Pitri Shabda tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.